Hello, today we are going to look at varieties of our slope question as we are finishing everything about slope. Check my playlist about slope. Okay, so here we have been asked to find the first point in the slope from the given equation of a line. So when we look at this equation, we have to be able to see this is the point slope form. So the point slope formula is y minus y naught equals to the slope times the x minus x naught, where the x naught, y naught is the point, and the m is the slope. So here you have to realize that the formula has a minus, so always the point is switching, it always negates it, so gotta be careful with that. So as we compare this given equation to that what we have here, minus y naught m minus x naught, realize that the point, our first point, is right there in the equation. Is going to be equals to this here is positive. So because of the formula have negative, you have to switch it. So negative make it positive. So the point was negative initially. So it was -3, then comma. And this, since this is negative, that means it was positive. So that gives us the first point. And then the m, which is the slope, do not change. It's m, and you see that it doesn't change. So the way we see here, it's going to be -2. Which of the following are the equations for the line shown below? Check all that is applied. So we have 2 points here, and we have a lot of equations here. So let's see what we can do. So here we still need our y minus y naught equals to the slope and x minus x naught. And we will need, because we see something here, so we will need that y is equals to mx plus b here. Okay, so here we see the slope to be -4 is a multiple choice, but for the sake of more understanding, you're going to use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 to find our slope. So we have 2 points, -3, 6, -2, 2. We connect y to the y and x to the x. So our slope, we start from here, 2 minus 6 over -2 plus, because this is -3, that gives us -4 over 1, which is the same as -4. So that's the reason why we got -4 everywhere. So since we got our slope, our y-intercept is right here, which happens to be -6. So our first equation using this one, y is equals to ms plus b. We got the slope to be -4x, and the y-intercept is -6. So this is right. Now we have to use the first point. So as we are using the first point, and we are using y minus y naught, and then the m, x minus x naught. So this first one here is the x naught, the x coordinate, and the y coordinate. Y coordinate here is 6, so it's going to be y minus 6. The slope, we got it to be -4, and then the x here, this is negative, so negative become positive, so +3. We compare here, realize that everything is what we got here. So this is also true. Okay, so next we use the second point here. First is the x and this is the y. So we got y minus 2, -4 as a slope, and x plus 2. And we check, and it's right here. So all the three are right. So that's how you solve this one. Let's move on. So here they want us to compare the two slopes. So we have a slope here and we have a slope here. In this situation is on the graph, so we can use rise over run, or we can use the y2 minus y1, or divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, so the easiest is really rise over run. So join this and we join this and we see that it's rising 1, 2. The rising was 2 and then it ran 1. But the line is going down the hill, so it's have to be negative. So in this situation, this the f of x slope is -2. We come back to the g of x. The g of x is equals to -7x minus 1. Another name for g of x is y. So here, get that plus b, and therefore the m, which happens to be the slope, the g of x is -7. Okay, so in this situation, we can conclude that f of x slope is greater than g of x. So here they want us to use the graph below to find the y-intercept as a coordinate, the slope, and then we write the equation. For us to find the y-intercept, where the red line cut the y-axis, here is -4. So the y-intercept is at -4. They want us to write it as a coordinate pair. At y-axis, x is equal to 0. So that point becomes 0, -4. Now we need our slope. For us to get our slope, we can connect this here. So we'll count the rise 1, 2, 3, 4. So the slope using rise over run, we rise at 1, 2, so 4. And then we run at 1, 2. And most of the time, make sure you check the scale. It's going by 1, 1. So that's good. So here is 2. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. But be careful, the line is going down the hill. So it's negative. We got the slope to be -2. Now they want us to write the equation. So we're going to use y is equals to ms plus b or plus c. If you're in Europe, they use c. All of them mean the same. So our slope is given -2x. And then we got our y-intercept at -4. So this becomes the equation of the line. Here they have been asked what is the slope in the y-intercept of the line given by the equation, this one. So here we will write y is equals to ms plus b or c, depending. Those in Europe, Africa, India, China, they will be using c. But all mean the same as I've been saying. So here can write it right under. So realize this is the coefficient of the x is the slope, m, which is the slope, is equals to -3, and the b, which is the y-intercept, is equals to 8. Now we are done. Okay, so let's look at our next example here. They want us to find the y-intercept, and it has been given in the f of x. So f of x is equals to half 2x minus 4. Remember, f of x is the same as y. So here, before we can find our y-intercept, we have to make it in the form of y is equals to ms plus b before we can do that. So here we have to open the parenthesis or the bracket. So if we do that, half times 2, every number is over 1. So this here is going to be just 2x over 2, and then minus 4 over 2, which make it 1x minus 2, which is the same as just x minus 2. And here we're looking for the y-intercept. As we compare it with that, realize that b is equals to -2. So the y-intercept is 2, or if we want to write it as a point, the y-intercept is going to be 0, -2 as a point. Alright, let's look at here. It says write the slope-intercept equation of the line that has the slope to be -6. and the y-intercept at 0, 2. This one, we're using y is equals to mx plus b. Everybody know that. Make sure you know this one. So here the slope, which we will use the m to represent that, is -6. And here the y-intercept has been given us a point. So the b, which happens to be the y-intercept, is 2. So therefore, putting everything together, we got our y is equals to -6 x here and plus 2. Ta-da! We're done. Please subscribe if today is your first time. Like the video and see you in the next video. Be blessed. Bye-bye.